All right, what's up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be taking a look at ticker symbol SKLZ. And I do viewer requests every single week. Okay, so if you have any stocks you want to see in the next video, please let me know in the comments below. All right. Now, Skillz has been one I've been watching, over the last year and trading a lot. And this one has one of the easiest, setups, in my opinion, to start trading. Okay, and we're going to go over that, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. So all I ask in return is that you guys like and subscribe, and watch all the way to the end, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of really useful information. I'm breaking it all down for you, and we're going to go over daily gaps, okay? Gaps on the daily chart, and we're going to look at some bullish divergence, okay? Which is a indicator, okay, that we may see possible bullish activity in the near term future. All right. No guarantees. None of this is financial advice. But I am going to give you guys some great strategies to start paying attention to and try to start learning and using for yourself. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these yellow ovals here. Okay. So these yellow ovals, these are all on the stock price that we're looking at here on this chart up here. These are all lower lows. Okay. So if you notice, we have a low here, we create a lower low here, create a lower low here, and we possibly could create a lower low here in the near term future. And that is where I would be looking for another entry on a short term swing position, right? Not a long term position. No long-term investments right now in this bear market, unless they're index funds, right? Index funds are going to be very good. These, this is not a market environment that's going to be very rewarding to a lot of companies, okay? Especially the small cap companies. Skillz is one of them. Okay, this thing is almost, a freaking penny stock now. Okay, it's at $1.31, and it could drop even lower. All right. The main thing, right, that I want to show you guys, you're probably looking at the chart here, is these trends here. This 81% rally in 14 days, 35% rally in 5 days. We have an 8-day rally, 44%. And here I forgot to turn the setting on for that one, but that one was about a 30% rally. So what happens is, as we create these lower lows with the yellow dots, right, on our chart, we're actually making higher lows here on our RSI. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pull the RSI up for you guys now. And we can see that each time we have one of these yellow circles on the stock chart, the RSI chart, right, the relative strength index, is actually increasing. Okay, this is what's known as bullish divergence, and it's been a great indicator of some, short-term bullish moves, right? It only works when you're making lower lows, right? And then you're creating higher lows. All right. So we have the higher lows in effect here, and we have the lower lows going in effect here. And I'll go ahead and zoom in day by day so you guys can see. All right. So, here was our initial low. We created a lower low. Here's our low on the RSI, created a higher low. And, at that moment, we had a 5-day, 32% rally. Okay. We fast forward to the future. All right. And this blue box right here is what's known as a daily gap up. These fill 90 to 95% of the time historically across the stock market, right? You don't have to believe me, it's just data. And so what happens is, if you look at this candlestick to this candlestick here, okay, there's a very huge gap. Okay, there's no candlesticks in between here. All right, that's why it's called a gap. And these are what fill 90 to 95% of the time. We started to fill the gap shortly after, 2 days after. Okay. But eventually we did come and fill the gap. All right. On, March 23rd, from the gap created on February 23rd. So it took about 1 month for that gap to fill. All right. But what was very nice, right? What would have been a perfect entry, okay, is if you saw that, oh, hey, well, we just made lower lows, but we created a higher low on the RSI. So, you get in a position, you ride that momentum up, and you see that, we did end up filling that gap. You could have taken profit at any part of the gap in there. And then we peaked up here at about 81%. Okay. We'll fast forward to the chart some more. All right. And we're going to look again at our RSI, and we created another higher low. Okay. So if we look here, we have a low, lower low. We have a low here. Here's our lows below 30 on the RSI. And here we have a higher low again. And what do you see? We have an 8-day rally, 44%. All right, and we come here. This is our most recent bullish divergence pop. Okay, and we can see that this one was a nice 28% rally. Okay. And so the reason I'm paying attention to it right now is because we have more daily gaps up. Okay. So we just went over gaps, explained those. I'm going to get this out the way real quick. And, we filled this gap here. Okay. We just recently filled that on June 24th. We still have a small gap up. Okay. Here to fill. All right. So that's really interesting. And that's what I'm going to be looking at. We have a gap from about $1.74 to $1.71. Now we did have a very, very bearish day in the market today, especially for Skillz, down 9.66%. As I said earlier, this is not a stock market that is or a market environment that's going to respect companies like Skillz, these small cap stocks. These stocks are going to feel the pain the most, but that doesn't mean there isn't great opportunity for some short-term swing trades, right? So the key levels that I'm going to be looking for, looking at our fibs now, using this swing high to this swing low, I'm going to wait for us to create a lower low and look to see if we find a bounce somewhere in this area here to create another higher low on the RSI. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is because I just broke down to you guys that each time we've been creating higher lows on the RSI, we have had a bullish pop, okay, a short-term bullish pop, either 20% to 80% on the stock price. And if you trade options, that's much, much, much more lucrative than just 20 to 80%, right? If you get the timing right. So that's the main reason I'm looking for it. And using the Fibonacci's, we can see that these are going to be the price levels that the stock wants to drop to next. Okay. As soon as we break below $1.28, we're going to head down towards $1.09 and 84 cents. So those are the areas, and this is why I have a little oval here. These are the areas where you can look, okay, to start possibly taking a position for a swing trade, right? We're going to have to wait for it to break these levels and create a lower low and make sure that the RSI is making a higher low than the previous low here of about 29. So as long as we come up here and we bounce at between 30 to 35, 37 on the RSI, and the actual price of the stock gets lower than $1.28, then I would be looking at getting some short-term call options, okay, for a possible swing trade. And you can look for an entry at $1.09, or you can enter above $1.09 and have $1.09 as your stop loss in case we go below there. Or if you're more patient, you can look to see if we head down towards 84 cents, and have 84 cents as a stop loss. All right. So those are the two. This is like my area where I'm really eyeballing to see, do I really want to go long in this position, or does it look like we're going to keep dropping further? And the main thing I'm looking at is to see if the RSI is able to continue making higher lows, because that's going to be the leading indicator on ticker symbol Skillz SKLZ for now. All right. So thank you guys for watching the video. I really hope it made some sense for you guys. And you learned something new today. Hey, don't forget, I do viewer requests every single week. So let me know what stock you want to see next in the comments below.